never thought I'd be the husband who'd betray his wife for a fleeting thrill only to find redemption in the ruins of my mistakes. My name's Daniel, and this is my confession, raw and unfiltered, a story of infidelity so sharp it broke my marriage, but led me to a truer path. If you're watching, you're already hooked, caught in a truth that feels like desire until it's a fire in your soul. This isn't just about betrayal, it's about guilt loss and a triumph I fought for. Stay with me, because this one's going to unravel you. It's a tale of sin, pain, and a love I earned. It was a crisp September evening in Chicago, Illinois, the air thick with lake breeze and the hum of city lights. I was 33, a sales manager at a tech startup, married to Anna, 32, a kind nurse whose long shifts left our apartment quiet. Our marriage was steady, our nights filled with shared wine and soft laughter, but a restlessness grew in me, a hunger I couldn't name. It started at a company meeting, the office sleek with glass and chrome, the air heavy with coffee and ambition. My boss, Claire, 38, a stunning marketing director, leaned close, her blouse crisp, her eyes sharp. She asked me to stay late, her voice low, her gaze lingering. My hand brushed hers when I passed her a report, a spark that hit like a storm. I told myself to stay loyal, to think of Anna, but Claire's confidence, her allure, it was too much. The office was quiet, the city glowing below, the air thick with coffee and tension. Claire stepped closer, her hand grazing my arm, her breath warm. "You're more than just sales," she said, her tone daring, her eyes piercing. My wedding ring felt heavy, a reminder of Anna, but my desire was louder, a whisper I couldn't silence. I nodded, my silence a confession, my heart racing with guilt and want. We slipped to her private office, the air thick with leather and desire, the night shielding us. Claire's hand slid to my chest, her fingers warm through my shirt, a spark that burned through my vows. "Tell me to stop," she whispered, her lips close, her breath hot with coffee and need. I didn't. My hands found her waist, the silk smooth, her pulse strong. The city lights flickered, the office still, and I was already lost. Her kiss was a collision, fierce and reckless, tasting of coffee and sin. My hand slid up her back, pulling her closer, the desk cool behind her. The night pulsed, the air heavy as her lips trailed to my jaw, her hands bold, each touch a pulse of pleasure and betrayal. I was drowning, and Claire was the tide pulling me into a sea of want. Anna's face, our marriage faded, leaving only her heat, my hunger. The affair continued, stolen moments in Claire's office, a hotel bar, her apartment, each, a spark each, feeding my guilt but fueling my desire. I told myself it was temporary, a mistake I'd bury, but each touch made it harder to return to Anna's quiet love. Her kiss was a wildfire, burning through my loyalty to Anna. Claire's hands were bold, tugging at my tie, her fingers grazing my skin through the shirt. The office was a haze, the lamplight casting shadows that danced like secrets. My hands roamed her body, the silk slipping, revealing skin that burned under my touch. The leather air matched my racing heart, the air thick with coffee and desire. Her lips were everywhere, my neck, my chest, each kiss a claim, each touch a vow shattered. We slipped to the couch, the door locked, shielding us from the world. Her blouse was gone, discarded in the haze, revealing lace that made my breath catch. My hand slid lower, tracing her curves, her gasps sharp in the quiet space. The guilt was there, cold and sharp, but my need for Claire fueled every touch, every move. Her hands were on my chest, sliding under my belt, her fingers leaving trails of fire. The couch was our world, the city a distant hum. I pressed her against the cushions, my body molding to hers, the lace a tease I couldn't control. Her lips found mine again, hungry, demanding tasting of coffee and want. My hands slid under her lace, her skin warm and taut, her breath hitching as my fingers explored. The lamplight glowed, painting us in amber and shadow, turning our sin into something almost beautiful. But it wasn't. It was raw, reckless, a collision of desire and betrayal. "Daniel," she murmured my name, a spell pulling me deeper. My fingers tangled in her hair, my body arching into hers, a demand she couldn't resist. The night was suffocating, the city relentless, as my hands gripped her hips, her skirt a barrier I wanted to tear away. The pleasure was building a storm of its own, raw and relentless, edged with the guilt of betraying Anna. When it happened, it was a collision, a wave crashing over us. Her moans were sharp, muffled by the walls, my hands holding her tight, our bodies moving as one. The pleasure was fierce, overwhelming, a betrayal that felt like power. The couch creaked, the night heavy with our heat, my sin unfolding. The office stood still, indifferent, as I crossed a line I couldn't uncross. It was everything, every ache, every want, every vow I'd buried. Afterward, we stayed there, tangled, breathless, the air heavy with leather and us. Claire's hair fell across my chest, her fingers tracing my arm, her eyes half closed with satisfaction. The guilt crashed in a deluge, but her warmth held it at bay, a lie I wanted to believe. "This stays here," she said, her voice soft, unconvincing. I nodded, my heart torn, knowing I'd betrayed Anna but craving more. I went home to Anna, her smile gentle, her trust a knife in my chest. I tried to act normal, cooking dinner, kissing her cheek, but Claire's touch lingered, her scent haunting me. The guilt was a beast clawing at me, but her fire burned brighter, a flame I couldn't douse. The Chicago autumn lingered, and so did the weight of my betrayal. I left the office, Claire's scent, coffee, and sin clinging to me. Anna was home, her nurse scrubs folded neatly, her trust a contrast to my lies. I tried to be the husband she deserved, helping with chores, holding her close. But Claire's touch haunted me, her face in every shadow, every dream. The guilt was a beast clawing at me, but her fire burned brighter, a flame I couldn't resist. Our stolen moments continued, fleeting encounters in Claire's car, a hotel room, a late-night bar, each a spark, each fading fast, but leaving me craving more. One night I saw Anna at the hospital, her eyes tired from a double shift, her smile soft. My heart stopped, a chill running through me. She hugged me, her warmth a reminder of our vows, but my mind flashed to Claire, her hands on my skin. I tried to end it with Claire, my voice trembling, my heart raw. "This is wrong," I said, her office dim, her eyes sharp. She laughed, her hand on my chest, her lips close. "You don't mean that," she said, her kiss pulling me back, my resolve crumbling. The air was thick with leather and pain, my shame a mirror to my desire. Anna grew suspicious, her questions sharper, her eyes searching mine over dinner. "You're distant," she said, her voice soft, her pain clear. I froze, her trust a contrast to my betrayal. "Just work stress." I lied, my voice tight, my mind flashing to Claire's apartment, her lips on mine. Her frown deepened, and I feared she'd see the truth. "I love you," she said, and the words were a weight crushing me. Then it happened. Anna found a text from Claire on my phone, vague but damning. "Daniel, who's this?" she asked, her face crumpling, her pain a mirror of my guilt. I froze, my sins unraveling, her trust shattered. Her she whispered, tears falling, and I couldn't lie anymore. I confessed, my voice breaking, my heart raw. "It was Claire," I said, admitting my affair, my shame heavy. Anna left that night, her bags packed, her silence deafening. The apartment was empty, the air thick with lake breeze and regret. I tried to call to beg, but she was gone, her love, a memory I'd destroyed. Claire offered no comfort, her interest fading, my job now at risk. I lost Anna that night, my heart shattered but resolute. Her pain had broken me, but it also set me free. I quit my job, leaving Claire in her office behind the city lights, mocking my fall. Chicago was a cage, its skyscrapers a reminder of my sins, so I packed my bags, heading to a small town outside the city, a place to start over. There I met Sophie, 30, a kind barista with a warm smile, her eyes seeing past my mistakes. We started slow coffee dates in a cozy shop, the air thick with espresso and hope. Sophie listened to my story, her hand on mine, her voice gentle. "You're more than your past." She said, her words a balm, her love, a spark I didn't deserve. The town was quiet, its streets lined with maples, the air free of leather and guilt. I found work at a local bookstore, shelving novels, my hands steady, my heart healing. Evenings were our refuge, spent walking by the lake, Sophie's hand in mine, the stars bright above. We'd talk about our dreams, her love for painting, my hope to rebuild. The guilt of my affair with Claire lingered, a dull ache, but Sophie's warmth was a steady anchor, grounding me in ways Anna couldn't anymore. I wrote Anna a letter, not for forgiveness but for closure, my words honest. I broke us, but I'm learning, I wrote, sealing it with finality, the ink a mark of my regret. Sophie moved in our small apartment, a canvas for our new life, her paintings brightening the walls. I proposed one evening under a maple tree, its leaves red with autumn, my ring simple, a silver band etched with a star. "Be my future," I said, my voice low, my eyes honest, the lake reflecting our hope. She said yes, her smile wide, tears falling as she nodded, the weight of my past lifting. We married in a small courtyard, the air sweet with maple and promise, our vows honest, our love a triumph over my sins. The town became home, its quiet streets a testament to second chances. I left a watch behind Claire's initials scratched out, a secret buried forever in Chicago's shadows. The pain was gone, replaced by a love I'd fought for with Sophie, a love that felt like redemption. This is my story, a warning to anyone who thinks desire can't destroy you. If you've watched this far, you know that pain, that fire, that triumph. So hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, call me a fool, a sinner, or just a man who rose from betrayal. Like the video, or don't, but share it with someone who's felt infidelity's sting and found their way back. Check out my other stories, they're just as raw, just as real, each one a piece of my soul. Ever lost love and found it again in someone new? Spill your secrets below. I'm listening, and I've been there.